It's the Sultanate of Oman television with 7 o'clock news bulletin. First, the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos sends cables of condolences to Their Excellencies the Presidents of the United States of America, China and the Philippines on the victims of the Florence and Marut typhoons. His Highness Said Asad bin Tariq receives an invitation from His Highness the Saudi Crown Prince to attend the conclusion ceremony of the Camel Festival in Taif. And the main committee for the Future Vision Oman 2040 reviews preparations for its national conference, which is due to be held during the first quarter of 2019. Good evening. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos sends a cable of condolences to His Excellency President Donald Trump of the United States of America on the victims of the Typhoon Florence, which hit the eastern coast of the United States, causing deaths, injuries and damages to the properties. His Majesty the Sultan also sends two similar cables to His Excellency President Xi Jinping of China and His Excellency President Rodrigo Duterte of the Philippines on the victims of Typhoon Marut, which hit both countries, causing deaths, injuries and damaging properties. And His Majesty Sultan Qaboos sends a cable of greetings to Her Excellency President Bidya Devi Bhandari of the Republic of Nepal on her country's National Day. His Highness Said Asad bin Tariq Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for the International Relations and Cooperation Affairs and Special Representative of His Majesty the Sultan, received an invitation from His Royal Highness Amir Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud, Crown Prince, Deputy Prime Minister and Defense Minister of Saudi Arabia, inviting His Highness to attend the conclusion ceremony of Camel Festival, which will be held in Taif city on Saturday, the 22nd of September. The invitation was handed over while His Highness received in his office today His Excellency Eid bin Mohammed Al Thaqafi, Saudi Ambassador accredited to the Sultanate, with the presence of Their Excellencies, the Secretary General and advisors at His Highness's office. The main committee for Future Vision Oman 2040 reviewed during its 8th meeting preparations for the National Conference of Future Vision 2040, which is due to be held during the first quarter of 2019, which will be chaired by His Highness Said Haitham bin Tariq Al Saeed, Minister of Culture and Heritage and Chairman of the main committee for Future Vision Oman 2040. The session also discussed the policies in harmony with the vision, available alternatives to deal with the economic development track, the role of government and private sector in managing the economic affairs and policies of sustainable finance, in addition to alternatives related to policies of labor market, with the necessity of attracting qualified and high-efficient manpower, decentralization of the frameworks needed in the Sultanate, with a focus on finding integrated vision between urban centers and bridging the development gap between the governorates beside the trends in the global supply and demand for energy and its implication for the Sultanate. His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Harb Al Busaidi, the Minister responsible for Defense Affairs, conducted an inspection visit to Masira Air Base. During the inspection, His Excellency was briefed on the work progress and the latest update on the air base in line with the training and operational tasks. His Excellency the Minister also visited the base training and administrative facilities, where he met commissioned and non-commissioned officers. The Gulf Petrochemicals and Chemical Association organized its 9th Fertilizer Convention under the patronage of His Excellency Dr. Fuad bin Mohammed Al-Sajwani, Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth. The convention, which came under the theme New Frontiers and Opportunities, discussed various related topics such as agricultural innovation and its role to achieve food security, environmental sustainability, operational efficiency, and global trends. The convention attracted over 300 local and international specialists and experts who gathered to discuss and exchange their view on the challenges, horizons, and strategies to remain competitive in the global market. His Excellency Dr. Fuad bin Mohammed Al-Sajwani, Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth, stated that the ministry is conducting a number of feasibility studies for potential future investments, as well as the launch of new investment projects and opportunities targeting the agriculture and fisheries wealth sector, which will be revealed in an investment forum in January next year. The tender board awarded projects and additional works to complete development projects in various fields for a total value of more than 35 million Omani riyals. The projects included supplying drugs, vaccines and surgical consumables for the Ministry of Health, and the project of additional works for consulting services to supervise the dual carriage road of Barka Nakhal for the Ministry of Transport and Communications. The board also discussed a number of topics related to tenders and additional works for completing development projects. The meeting was chaired by His Excellency Dr. Rashid bin Al-Safi Al-Huraybi, Chairman of the Tender Board. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and yet to come in our news bulletin, more than 700 companies violate decisions to ban working during afternoon, and the Minister of Manpower organizes thermal stress campaign to protect workers. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. The Ministry of Education, with the support of Telecommunication Regulatory Authority, signed 2 memoranda of understanding MOUs aimed to enhance cooperation in the field of providing fixed and mobile internet services for governmental schools in the Sultanate with Oman Tel and Ooredoo companies. The Memorandum of Understanding contribute in providing low-priced internet packages and activate e-learning projects and services of future educational portal related to activate smart applications in schools, in addition to increase the speed of internet and telecommunication networks due to growing expansion in employing technologies in administrative and educational operations. Under the title Studying the Estimated Cost of the National Plan for Non-Communicable Diseases, the Minister of Health organized a workshop on these type of diseases. The workshop, which witnessed the participation of specialists from World Health Organization (WHO), revealed the importance of the healthy food in protecting from the non-communicable diseases. Statistics issued by the ministry showed that the cost of dispensing medicines reached 44.6 million Omani riyals in 2015, while 22.4 million riyals spent for the medical supplies. It's worth mentioning that WHO hailed the Sultanate efforts in limiting non-communicable diseases such as heart and lung diseases, as well as diabetes and cancer. PDO today staged the third Omani Translator Forum, bringing together professional translators from various organizations to discuss best practice and debate themes relevant to their profession. The event was held at the Oman Convention and Exhibition Center under the patronage of His Excellency Mohammed bin Salem Al-Tobi, Minister of Environment and Climate Affairs. More details with Saleh bin Khalfan Al-Rahbi.
Under the theme Translation in the Digital Age, Petroleum Development Oman (PDO) staged the third Omani Translators Forum, bringing together professional translators from various organizations to discuss best practice and debate themes relevant to their profession.
The translator jobs may look actually a job under threat because of the fourth industrial revolution, but the machine itself alone wouldn't be able actually to do a lot of the context that will rely still on human being. So the human element will always be required, irrespective of how much the machine actually going to learn. And that's actually the focus of this forum today.
More than 350 participants attended the forum, which witnessed 15 presentation papers on different topics related to the subject, as well as a practical workshop on a computer-assisted translation tool adopted at PDO.
I attended the second Omani Translation Forum last year, and while in attendance, I looked at the stage and I hope that someday I'll be good enough to present there, and this year this is happening. After training at PDO for 2 months, I'm today representing the translation team at PDO to talk about their experience with the CAT tool of translation, MemoQ, and I'll be presenting here for 7 minutes about the team's experience and how they used this program and how it improved the quality of the translation during their use of it since March 2018.
The PDO translation team, which has established a leading reputation for its work on Arabic and English texts, staged the event as part of its continued endeavors to build a center of excellence for translation services and skills in Oman. For the Sultanate of Oman Television, Saleh bin Khalfan Al-Rahbi, Muscat.
Thank you, Saleh. Real estate offices in the Governorate of Muscat will finish transactions of purchasing and selling of the land starting from October after it was applying through the Ministry of Housing. The new system came within the ministry plan to build integrated real estate system. The system enabled real estate brokers and developers to practice this profession. The move came to organize legally the works of real estate brokerage, which will contribute to unifying the work in this sector. It also aimed to provide more job opportunities for national manpower in the field of real estate. The system is applied in the Governorate of Muscat as a first phase. Ministry of Manpower fined 771 companies for violating the decision to ban working afternoon, which was reflected positively on the compliance of rest of the companies around the Sultanate of Oman. The ministry conducted thermal stress inspection and awareness campaign in cooperation with the private companies and other cooperative organizations to protect workers and provide safe and healthy work environment. The thermal stress campaign targeted 2,665 establishments, and around 1,890 companies were found to be in compliance with the ministerial decision. The campaign distributed over 16,000 brochures in 4 languages explaining the impact of thermal stress and the associated risks. SAS Center for Developing Smartphone Application held a ceremony to honor 60 trainees in its 8th course. The center, which is affiliated to Information Technology Authority, is giving the opportunity for the trainees to implement their projects in a good quality. The course targeted university students, job seekers, employees, and those interested in the fields of developing smartphones, applications, as well as the internet. The center provides intensive training programs in virtual reality and smartphone applications with the aim to develop the skills and capabilities of the Omani youth in this field. It's worth mentioning that the center contributes in the development of information technology and telecommunications, as well as finding innovative services in addition to nurturing entrepreneurship and sustainable technologies in Oman so as to develop the small and medium-sized enterprises in information technology field. Aiming to foster entrepreneurship and project innovation among Omani students studying in Australian universities, the Omani Student Society in Victoria, Australia organized the Art of Innovation Hackathon. More details once again with Saleh bin Khalfan Al-Rahbi.
What Deming created was
Over a period of 2 days full of scientific and practical discussions, the Omani students studying in Australian universities attended the Art of Innovation Hackathon, the event through which the Omani Student Society at Victoria, Australia aimed to encourage the Omani students to engage in entrepreneurship and project innovation.
We are looking for people who are very ambitious and visionary team members. We are looking for collaboration between not just the students among themselves, but with the experts who actually provide them with good knowledge and the necessary tools to, become entrepreneurs, to think about the ecosystem and the industry and what it takes to actually, build a successful business from an idea to the business itself.
A number of Australian experts and academics shared their experiences with the participants in areas related to entrepreneurship, industry analysis, and project planning.
the aim of the event is to give these potential entrepreneurs a series of filtering processes, the tools by which they can look at the industry, the required capabilities, the linkages, the ways in which they can look at an idea and test an idea and say, that may not work, or that may work but we'll need to do these extra things, or hey, look, this gets past those test points.
During the sessions, the participants learned how to analyze sources of income of the national economy, ways to diversify its sources, and the foundations for establishing small enterprises. The event focused on analyzing concepts and challenges of the labor market and giving the attendees the skills required to create projects that will contribute to enhancing the local economy. For the Sultanate of Oman Television, Saleh bin Khalfan Al-Rahbi.
And now let's move to the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Cloudy skies will prevail over the coastal areas of the Governorate of Dhofar and its nearby mountains, with chances of intermittent drizzle. The rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies with chances of cloud accumulation and scattered rainfall over the Hajar Mountains. Low clouds and fog late at night and early morning are expected over the coast of the Arabian Sea and Sea of Oman. Winds will be southeasterly light to moderate. Seas will be slight to moderate with a maximum wave height of 1.5 meters. More details on your screen. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos sends cables of condolences to Their Excellencies the President of the United States of America, China and the Philippines on the victims of Lawrence and Maghut typhoons. His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq receives an invitation from His Highness the Saudi Crown Prince to attend the conclusion ceremony of Camel Festival in Taif. And the main committee for Future Vision Oman 2040 reviews preparations for its national conference, which is due to be held during the first quarter of 2019. And with that, we do conclude this news bulletin brought to you live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman. From me, Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubi'i, together with Ra'al and in the entire news team, and again, Hamad Ba Umar, and the entire television crew, we do thank you for joining us, and good night.